Okay? So before we get started with this video, be sure to hit the subscribe button. You get this video, turn on all the notifications for every time I upload a video. And now, based on the title of this, and by the title of this thumbnail, I'm going to do my WWE NXT Stand Deliever predictions for who I predict to win on the Stand Deliever card. Okay, so for my first prediction, and this match is for the NXT North American Championship, Likee Saints versus Ethan Page. And my prediction, Likee Saints retains his championship. And I think I predict Likee Saints retaining his title. It just makes sense for Likee Saints to retain his title over Ethan Page, because Ethan was a champion for the better part of over a year, but now you got this new star, this new up-and-coming superstar coming in and making his own career on NXT. So Likee Saints is the NXT North American champion, and that title was his first ever title win. So I see Likee Saints retaining his title over Ethan Page. And then for my next prediction, we had, and this one is for the WWE NXT Tag Team Championships. So as you may know, there was a team on a recent episode on NXT who won a gauntlet match to determine the winner going on to Stand Deliever for the tag titles on the line. And the team that won the gauntlet and won, but the team that went on to win the gauntlet match got a chance to go to NXT Stand Deliever for a tag title opportunity. So for the NXT Tag Team Championships, we got Hank Walker and Tank Yinkler walking out with those tag titles. And to be honest, I know nothing about Hank and Tank. I know nothing about them, but I'm all about new, fresh talent on NXT. And Hank and Tank showed me. I watched NXT yesterday. Last night, I watched NXT. And I watched how Hank and Tank went through the entire gauntlet just to get his opportunity. So my prediction, Hank and Tank walking out with those tag titles. And then we had a 6-man tag, the D'Angelo family. So we have a 6-man tag. The D'Angelo family faces a new tag team faction called the Dark Side. And my prediction, and for who I sorry about that. And my prediction, I predict the Dark Side picking up the win over the family. Because I love tag teams that are presented to be a heel faction. Just look at what happened back in 2003 with Evolution. with Evolution, with the Walking Sock connection. But on the darker side of all those but those factions that I just named, we've never had a team that's called the Dark Side. So my prediction, the Dark Side picking up the win over the D'Angelo family. Because I want to see the Dark Side coming out of the win, coming out of the W over the D'Angelo family. Because I just want to see more of the Dark Side to develop more as a faction. And then we have, and this next prediction is for the NXT Women's North American Championship ladder match. And my prediction, Yoya Vice becomes the new North American champion. And I predict Yoya Vice coming out with the win, and Yoya Vice winning the North American Championship. Because I just want to see more character development with Yoya Vice. I know Yoya has been doing so great on NXT, so to me, Yoya Vice is a force to be reckoned with on the NXT brand, and I want to see a lot more from Yoya Vice. So my prediction is Yoya Vice becoming the new Women's North American Champion. No offense to other competitors, but I'm going with Yoya Vice winning the championship. And then we had, and going on to my next prediction, we have a number one contender, fatal four-way, a Lil Mason match. And my prediction, for my prediction, Fatal Influence picking up the W. And I predict Fatal Influence winning this Lil Mason style match is because I love taking star heels in this business that we call pro wrestling. I was born around the heel. I was not born around the heels. I grew up watching the heels throughout pro wrestling. Like I never watched WCW. I never watched ECW, because back then it's not that I couldn't watch WCW or ECW, because I was never a fan of those brands back in the day. Like I was never a fan of WCW or ECW. I was never a fan of that. I was a fan of WWE only, never ECW or WCW. And how is this with the Stand and Deliver, the NXT Stand and Deliver card, and for this match, the number one contenders match, the number one contender fail forward at your Mason match? How is that tied to this? Well, I love the heels. I grew on loving the heel characters of a tag team or individual wrestler or individual superstar. I grew around those type of superstars back then. I grew up around those superstars back then, and I still do to this day. So my prediction, Fatal Influence picking up the W. And for my next prediction, we have, and this one is for the NXT Championship. The champion, Alba Femi, faces Trick Williams, faces Clifford Evans. Can I just say that, but can I just say, just hear me out. Trick Williams was, just hear me out for a minute. Trick Williams was a great NXT champion. So was Obafemi. But the type of person that I am, I'm all about the future of the WWE and the future of NXT. I'm all about that. I'm all about the future of WWE and the future of NXT, up and coming superstars. But there's one up and comer I've been keeping my eyes on for a long while now, and that's Clifton Evans. Clifton Evans to me, is a really young Randy Orton. And I am not saying that Clifton Evans is on the caliber of Randy Orton. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is Clifton Evans is like a younger Randy Orton on NXT. Clifton Evans has been doing so great on NXT, and for my prediction, I predict the future of NXT being Clifton Evans becoming the NXT champion. Yeah, and like I said, Obafemi and Trick Williams had been a really great NXT champion. They've been great champions, but we got a mix of, and now we have a mix of the NXT finest and NXT rookie who wants to be known as a top star on NXT. So my prediction, Clifton Evans walking out Stand Deliever, the new NXT champion. So do you agree or disagree with any of these predictions? Let me know your predictions for NXT Stand Deliever down in the comments below, and I'll be replying to every single one of them. And this includes this video. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, you like this video, click on the notification bell, and turn on all notifications for every time I upload a video. Do you agree or disagree with my predictions? Leave your predictions down in the comments below, and I'll be replying to your comments all week long.